Today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be doing display stands for craft fairs and markets. But before all you woodworkers think this isn't for me and swipe away, give me a minute to explain why this could be really good for your business. Display stands for craft items range from completely useless, think Temu or Wish, to massively overpriced and still very, very small and not very versatile. From a crafter's point of view, this video could be really good because you'll be able to build these using the plans that I've got available for free. Just put display stands in the comment section below. And from a woodworker's perspective, there's a great opportunity here to make some extra cash using your scraps and offcuts. The crafters get a much better quality product for their money, and you get to use your scrap and make some extra profit. That's a win-win. The ones I'm going to make today are made from pallet wood for that rustic look that I love. They shouldn't take more than about half an hour to build. You can do most of it with basic tools. That's enough of me talking. Let's get on to the first build. So you're going to have a 6mm circle there, and you're basically going to come up at 45 degrees like that. So take them all up so I can do the cutting and the drilling at the same time for both pieces. I'm going to use a 6.5mm drill bit because I'm using 6mm dowels. If you're using bigger dowels, just step the drill bit up slightly and we'll get that done, and I'll come back when that's finished. That's the bulk of the work done. I'm going to clean these up now with the orbital sander and some 80 grit sandpaper. I'll show a few seconds of that and then I'll come back when that's finished. Okay, so that's that done. Took about 5 minutes on the orbital sander. Would have been a lot quicker on the belt sander. And I only did the 80 grit. I now need to make a base. That's a 14-inch piece of the same material. Okay, that's the base done. It's got a bit of a bow in it, but we can work with that. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in 35mm from each end. We use our dowels to go across, like so. And we're going to put little stoppers on the end to stop them moving. We could call this one done. It took just over 15 minutes and that included filming and sanding with the orbital sander rather than the belt sander. This is one I've done for Judy, my wife, who makes handmade jewellery and sensory items for children with learning difficulties. So what I've done, I've taken a plug cutter, the biggest one I've got, which is either 10 or 12mm, I think it's 12, and I've cut some plugs and then sanded them down on a rough piece of sandpaper by hand, drilled a 6mm hole for the dowel to go into, and then super glued them in. So with that one done, let's move on to the next project. I'm going to be using 2 or 3 lengths of pallet wood because I love to save money where I can, but you could use 5x1s or 6x1s if you prefer a larger unit. I'm going to denail these and put them through the thicknesser off camera, and then when I come back, we'll start to assemble the unit. Okay, so they're all thickness. I've got 2 pieces around 22 inches and 3 pieces around 18 inches. They're just rough cut at the moment. I'm going to put them through the jointing jig on the table saw, clean up the edges, and then we'll go from there. So with that done, we've got 2 lengths at around 22 inches and 3 lengths around 18 inches. I'm going to put a 45 on the bottom of this one, and then we'll go from there. So I've not built this before, but I've just done some rough markings. So we need the thickness of the shelf, so all I'm going to do is use the shelves. I'm going to put a round over on all of these edges before I make any of those cuts. Okay, so roughly that's what it's going to look like. On the side, it's going to look like that. So it stands up, it's going to have a half of the thickness of this piece of wood as a leg. That's going to go like that, and it will be attached by a coach bolt. You can flip away when it's not in use. So this thing will pack down really nicely. All the shelves come out, they just lay on. They're going to take minimal room in your vehicle to and from events. Absolutely perfect for that. Little shelving unit. I'm going to put a couple of recesses in each shelf. So we've done all 3 at the front, so they're all evenly spaced. And now I'm going to do all 3 of the shelves and just do the rear. So that's that one done. It's really quite easy, and probably 20 minutes to half an hour once batching them out, maybe less. The grooves can be used to prop things up that are bigger, and they can also be used obviously to hold things in. If I did anything different, I'd probably put a small backward angle on the grooves just so that the cards sit slightly facing towards the customer whilst they're standing over them. For anyone wondering about the seahorse, my wife Judy made this. She's only been scroll sawing for a matter of weeks. She's going to do a channel documenting it as she learns it, because she's absolutely fallen in love with it. So if anybody's interested, there'll be a link in the description to her channel. So this next one's going to be a bit different. The wife set me a challenge to make her something that she's seen another stall holder use. I'm hoping I can make it out of this plywood. 240. I really love this one. It's got a few faults, but I really like it. Let me know what you think and how much you would charge for something like this. Bought myself a Lazy Susan turntable, so that'll go underneath. Get that centered, and it just spins on there like that. It probably took me 2 hours, but that was because I had a lot of indecision about how I was going to build it. I wasn't sure whether to go for shelves or whether to go for dowels sticking out so that things could be stuck on. In the end, I opted for shelves. I think it adds more rigidity. A link to my playlist with all my other products that I've created so far to date, just about here. If you've got this far into the video, you're an absolute legend, and thank you for watching.